Welcome to Business Blurb, you and the Dropouts podcast. My name is Brendan Cox, and I'm here with my co-host Devin Caherly. What's up, Devin?
What's going on, everybody? Today we have a very special guest. His name is Jacob Frazier. He's an influencer with over 2 million followers, best known for his hilarious Omegle videos. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me on.
What's going on? So you grew your TikTok to 2.8 million followers. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. 2.8 million now.
In less than a year. That's pretty impressive. So what has TikTok done? Like, I know TikTok is crazy and it's like changing people's lives. How would you say TikTok has changed your life over the last year?
Over the last year, I would say it's definitely changed my life for sure. It's completely changed my outlook on life. I had a completely different plan for my life before. I gained my following I go to school in UC San Diego, and my whole life I've been thinking like, oh, I want to be a baseball player, and then after that I was like, I'm going to be a software developer, and then for the last 4 years that's what I've been studying computer science, blah blah blah. And once I found TikTok, I'm like, maybe I don't want to do computer science. So it's giving me options. Is what I would tell people. It's giving me options, and I'm pretty blessed to say that.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely gives you a bunch of opportunity, especially because like the TikTok, the power of it, like the reach, you can go from like 0 to like 1 million like super quick, and it's like honestly awesome.
Definitely.
Like, as for opportunities, like obviously like monetary, like you can monetize and all that, but have you gotten like job, like what kind of opportunities are you like seeing that are coming from TikTok?
Well, I wouldn't say I've gotten job offers, and I wouldn't say I've gotten a lot of ad deals, but I've gotten a lot of exposure to different companies and to different people that I didn't have before. And I may not have been making as much money as some influencers have, but I've been doing this full time yet. So it's just giving me opportunities that like most people wouldn't see. Um, and pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, are you still like in school? I know you probably like finish your semester or whatever, but are you like going back next year? Like I don't know what year you are in.
Yeah, I'm in my last year. I'm graduating in June. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's been interesting to be able to grow what I've done, even though I've been full time in school this whole time. So I'm like interested to see what kind of stuff I can do when I'm not in school this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very impressive. That's gonna give you a lot more time to create and
I
think.
agree.
In college, are you like I don't like the thing with TikTok is like I don't know the sense of like fit like are you walking around college and everybody's like recognizing you as like from your no, like seriously, are they recognizing you from your TikTok? Is it like just what is it like having like a bunch of followers going to college?
I will say, because of COVID, nobody knows can recognize me at all. It's kind of like a letdown because nobody knows who I am really. Even though like I have like 2.8 million followers, it doesn't do. Not a lot of people actually will know who you are even in public. If once you bring it up, then people are like, "Oh my goodness," and they kind of like find like some new sense of respect for you, which is like kind of sad, but it's reality. I think if we didn't have COVID, especially in California, then people might have like given me some more respect when I see them in college classrooms. But like, I'm not really looking for that. That's not what I do it for. So it's just kind of like a cool party trick, I would say. Like, oh, do you guys have TikTok? They're like, yeah. I'll show it to them, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, like what the heck?
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know. Yeah, it is pretty crazy that, and that is kind of like a sad thing that like it's this like new sense of respect. But I do think it's impressive and like I don't know. I don't think people are like always trying to like clout chase or whatever. I feel like it is like, oh, that's pretty like impressive that you were able to like because everybody
Yeah.
knows like TikTok is this somewhat new app. Like obviously there's Musically and stuff, but like most of the people who are famous are on it are like have kind of blown up the past couple of years. So
Yeah.
I think that's cool. What are your plans for after college? So you have what you say this is your last year. So do you plan on just like pursuing TikTok and content creation and all that full time, or are you still considering like getting a job as a software developer or something like that?
Yeah, good question. So as of right now, I've decided that like after college, I'm gonna just do social media full time, and I will be applying for jobs, but I will only take certain jobs. So if it's the top jobs like Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, Amazon, then I'll look into like maybe taking that job because it's gonna be really hard to turn down 115 a year. Just even like I've been in school for 5, 6 years. I feel like I'm ready for that. But if it's not one of the top jobs, then I'll likely just turn it down and continue doing social media full time. And I'm excited for that. I'm supposed to be moving to LA, and not because of like the typical reason like everyone moves to LA to gain clout. Like my girlfriend's going to school there, so it actually ends up working out because then I'll be able to collab with a lot more people. So that's cool.
Yeah. So I know you are going to LA and stuff. Like, what's your favorite part about like creating content in that aspect when you go like full time?
In LA, do you mean, or just
In
full-time?
general?
In general, full-time, like you can actually do a lot more things. Like right now, the reason why TikTok has been like my main platform, mostly, well, obviously because of the exposure, but because like you can make a little TikTok clip in 5 minutes, and then it doesn't really like ruin your day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Are you on?
can't, you go ahead.
You can go.
Oh yeah, it's just like if it takes 5 minutes to do a TikTok, and then you don't have to like plan out your entire day or an entire weekend. But once I'm full time, I'll be able to actually do TikToks and then work on my YouTube or whatever else I wanted to work on, and actually like go and talk to other influencers and maybe gain some more exposure that way. Some things that I haven't been
YouTube, or
able to
you
do.
just are you on YouTube, or are you just saving that like when you go full time?
I'm already on YouTube, but I haven't really been able to put all kinds of effort into it. But I
Yeah.
actually just had one video do well for the first time. I got 100,000 views on YouTube, but all of my comments, all 340 of them were talking crap on me. So,
Hey, if that's what pays the bills, right?
hey, bittersweet. I say the same thing all the time. If it's paying the bills, then they can talk all the shit they want.
Yeah. No, you're always gonna have
And
haters no matter what.
that's a YouTube. Was it a YouTube short or video?
It was a short. It was a YouTube short.
How's that going for you, the shorts? Because I know that some people are blowing up from that.
I wouldn't say it was doing fantastic. I'm not really expecting much from it. So the fact that one of them actually did really well, I was pretty excited about it. One thing about it though, if your account isn't monetized, then it won't even count towards your hours. But it does help you gain the subscribers. So that way, maybe whenever you post like an actual like long form video, you can get the hours you need for monetization.
Awesome.
Yeah. No. With LA, like I know you said you're not really moving out there for like the typical reasons, but I always like to, because we talk to so many different people and everybody wants to move to LA. It's this like utopia of content creators. Like that's how I see it. Every
Right.
content creator wants to move there. How, even though you're not moving there for the typical reasons, like how do you plan on leveraging it? Like as a content, because I wonder, because I'm not a content creator. I work like behind the scenes of content creators, so it's like why are these kids going there, and like what I mean, Devin lives there too, and I kind of know the answer to this question, but I'm curious, like you specifically, how do you think you're gonna, like, are you just gonna be DMing people left and right and being like, let's make a YouTube video or TikTok, or like just what's your like plan for that, I guess?
Yeah, definitely a good question as well. I mean, for me personally, I'm gonna be moving out with a couple of buddies that are living out here already, and they do content creation already. So right off the bat, like I'll have more people to collab with than I do at the moment. Um, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to be just DMing people out willy nilly out of the blue, but if I'm not living in LA, then I can't even do that even if I wanted to. But now I'll at least have the option to say I really wanted to, then I would have the option to. And I've lived in LA before, and I'm not really looking for that. I'm not really looking forward to moving back, but I think it'll be a good change.
Yeah. So would you consider like when you're moving in with your buddies in this house, like is this gonna be like a content house? Like
They're gonna be. I mean, they're creators, so I would say so. I would say yes, but I don't think we want to name the house or anything like that because it feels a little bit. I don't know. Every time I see somebody else coming out with like some new content house, I read
Mhm.
all the comments. I'm like, oh damn, this is not good.
Yeah, because it's so like saturated, and I feel like they just come and go like so quickly. I totally get that vibe. Like, why you wouldn't just name it, and just make content with your friends in this house. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much what we're looking to do. And if we name it, then I don't think it would look very good.
I just feel like I don't know. It's like I feel like people start content houses and they don't last necessarily. Like obviously there's the big ones and those are like fine, the hype house, the sway house, whatever. But like I feel like there's all these smaller ones that come and go and they just like I don't know. Like they almost you almost feel like they'd be better off like not putting a label on it sometimes. But I
I
also I
I
also just
agree.
think it adds to like the shock factor and like the drama of like oh like X Y and Z just left this house and it's like why did she leave this house? I don't know, maybe that's why. And like it gets people to comment like really I guess it's like building that like hardcore fan base of like the people who are obsessed with the hype house and the people that are obsessed with sway. So I mean it makes sense, but yeah, I
It's a great
totally
point.
agree that it's so saturated.
It's a great point.
What would you say like your favorite part about social media? Like obviously it gives you all these opportunities, but like overall, like what's your favorite part about being a content creator?
So growing up, it was like one of my main things I wanted to do. Okay, so there's a few things I wanted to do growing up, and it wasn't that I wanted to be like some influencer, which is I kind of hate the term, but that's kind of what we are. But when growing up, there was a couple of things I wanted to do. Is I wanted to be a baseball player, or I wanted to own a bakery, or I wanted to make videos for a living. I've always like loved making YouTube videos, even though like when I was younger, my videos kind of sucked. It's still fun for me.
Mhm.
Even throughout high school, I was making videos, and if you go look at like all my old social medias, I was making videos, even if it was just for fun. So I would say the best part about content creation for me is that it comes naturally for me. I've been making videos my whole life, and it's funny. I talked to my dad about it, and he actually used to make videos too before I was born. So I guess it kind of runs in the blood, but luckily, it's natural for me.
Awesome. So how long? So you used to be making videos for your whole life, right?
I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, as an influencer, like content creator, there's definitely like pros and cons to it because I am one myself. Like I know a lot of people suffer from like mental health and like all this pressure, all these eyes looking on you. Like, how do you like go about these struggles as an influencer, for you?
Yeah, definitely. We have our ups and downs. I would love to say like none like negative comments don't affect me, but that's just not true. I would say it's not as hard for me than it is for others because I just have low expectations. Every time I post something, I just kind of expect to get a lot of hate because even like the most loved influencers or the most loved celebrities, they're gonna gain some hate sometimes. Like it's just like natural. For
It's just
me,
what goes viral. It's like
yeah,
or not viral, it's just like people people love to get a reaction. So like if they comment something like mean, like your fans are gonna back you up and like they just want that. Like that's what they're at.
yeah,
They're
people
desperate for
just
attention.
they're craving attention. So like, and like you can look at it that way, but some days it will still affect you. Like it, no matter how you spin it, some days you'll still feel affected by it. But I would just say like if they're commenting on the videos, then it's promoting my videos on For You pages or whatever algorithm, and it's paying my bills. So can't
Yeah,
cry about it.
would you say like that's one of the big struggles as like a content creator, like all
I
the
would
hate?
Yeah, I would say just like putting yourself out there and then like being subjected to a lot of hate. And then one thing is whenever like you go out there, whenever you get hate and then you as an influencer you come back and like, hey, like I'm getting all this hate for blah blah blah, and then people will come back like, well, you're an influencer, you should be ready for the hate. Like I don't really agree with that
People
take.
are always like, you signed up for this. I'm like, not really.
No, nobody signed up for that, but I don't really agree with that take. But then if you go like, no, we didn't, and then everyone starts like bitching and moaning about it, and it's just like, okay, so what are we supposed to do then? What did you want us to do? Just not read all of our comments, like, because we can do that.
Yeah, I think another tough part about being an influencer is just like the I guess like the like how often things can change. Like you can go from I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but just on TikTok in general, it's like views go up and down so quickly. Like one thing does
Mm-hmm.
super well, and then you have high expectations, and then the next thing flops, and it like it just takes a toll on you. It's like
Totally.
it feels like you're doing something wrong when it's like nobody's hand picking these videos and saying put this on the floor. It's like it's a robot. It's like and people like beat themselves up over that stuff, and like I think that's one of, not that I'm a content creator, but from like an outsider perspective, I feel like that's definitely one of those like tough parts about creating content, like kind of having your job controlled by like a robot, I guess. And in a sense it's like I work behind the scenes, so I see like some months it's like content creators are doing super well, and then some months it's dead. It's like it's just like a, I guess it's just not a super steady job, and that's like one of
I
the
agree.
frustrating things with it.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's like one of the main reasons why I haven't left school yet. Like even last year, I was telling my brother and my dad, I'm like, what if I like did this and that? Like, would you guys be okay with me like dropping out? And they were like, well, you're like 1 year away. Like, and this social media stuff is cool and all, but there's a chance that one day it just doesn't work out completely. So it'll be good to have like a backup plan. And I'm like, oh, you guys have a good point. So that's like one thing. And then on the point of like people's views going up and down, you guys remember that guy 420 Dogface?
I do, yeah. No. Oh.
It's he's like completely
Oh yeah, yeah,
irrelevant
yeah,
now.
yeah. I
The
know him.
the
Cranberry
cranberry
juice.
juice dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go look at his stuff, he's completely irrelevant now, which is kind of sad. Like I mean, like he's a cool guy. Like I want to see him do well, but it's just like that's just the reality of things. Like one day you're the most famous person on the planet, next day people don't even know
Yeah,
who you are anymore.
It's actually
exactly.
funny. I was out to dinner like yesterday, and my waiter was like talking about him. So I guess he still has some clout of my waiters talking about him.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm totally with you, and that's a good example because and I scrolled because the waiter was like asking me. This is a weird coincidence, but he was just like asking me how many views that crazy video, because the song of the video was playing in the restaurant. He's like, "Oh, remember that TikTok?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was showing my parents, and had like, I think he had like 50 million views or something like that, like crazy. And then like his recent videos have not even like a slice of that. So it is
Yeah,
crazy.
totally. Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Do you find yourself getting like caught up in the views? Like you wake up and all your views are low, and you're just like, wow, like this is like sucky. Like this day is gonna be ass. Or are you pretty good with that?
Um, One thing I learned pretty early on in social media is just to have low expectations. So whenever I post a video, I kind of just expect it to flop. Even with 2.8 million followers, I'm like, if I get 10,000 views, I'll be happy on this video. So if I wake up to 2,000 views, then yeah, my day's pretty shit. But if I can get 10,000 views, which is a pretty low expectation for 2.8 million, then I'll be pretty excited about it. It's just one thing I've learned is just if you don't want to be disappointed all the time, just kind of have low expectations. I don't think it's the greatest mindset to have, but it's what helps me cope.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that though. Like, I get. I mean, it's not. I feel like it's not an easy thing to like train your brain to be like, like have low expectations, but at the same time, it's like it makes that viral video that you have like 10 times better because it
Totally,
like
totally,
if you just expect to get 10,000 views, no, and that's also another problem. Like people have 2 million followers, and that doesn't like mean you're gonna get 2 million views on every video. Like people kind of, I don't know, people TikTok's weird like that. And like going off of
totally.
that, where do you? I guess like do you think TikTok's still gonna be around in say 5 years, or do you think it's gonna be like do you already see like the peak of TikTok? Did that already happen, and is it going down, or is it like is TikTok still on this like upward spiral?
I would say TikTok is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. It's just going to mature like all these other platforms. We might see some more like more other platforms that are coming out in the next 5 years, but I don't think it's going anywhere. They still have a lot of features that they should and need to add because it's a great app, but it's lacking in areas that some other more mature platforms have. I don't really know where the platform is going to be going, but I think that the videos are gonna like your videos are gonna have to step up in quality in order to like go viral in the next 5 years. I mean, that's already happened in the last year. Like if you look at the video qualities from last year versus like what goes viral now, it's a little bit more difficult. I think it's just gonna continue on in that path, but it's definitely not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok's kind of changing from like more actually content, like YouTube style content than just like dancing. I don't know if you
Especially
feel.
with the 3 minute videos.
Yeah, like there's gonna be a big shift. Like I feel like a lot of these influencers are gonna have to adapt because like it's like how many dance videos can you watch like an influencer do? You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah, I totally agree. I
so like
definitely
I
agree.
feel like more people are gonna jump on the app and not even like want to watch dance videos. Like so it's gonna be
Nope.
interesting in like next year or two, like where all these content creators are gonna be and like how they're gonna adapt through that.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see. Like the best creators will come out on top. You'll be able to tell who's able to adapt to this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like what you said about maturing too, because like it's maturing in a sense that like Instagram was once like it was this young kids app, not
It
young kids, but
was.
there
It
wasn't
was.
parents on it. Now there's parents, and now there's dentists on social media, and
Mm-hmm.
there's like musicians that are 60 years old. It's like there's literally anybody and everybody on
Mm-hmm.
social or on Instagram, and now like I feel like TikTok is starting to pull that like that older generation, which is a good thing, just like in the sense that like I feel like it's kind of pulling the generation that was Facebook video watchers. Like there's those people that watch the Facebook videos and they're like all those fake videos, and now it's like they're bringing them to TikTok and they get kind of hooked in like everybody else did. So yeah,
Totally
I
agree.
think the content is gonna definitely change in a sense. Like Devin said, it's like it's gonna be less dancing and it's gonna be more like, I mean, you already kind of see it today. It's like now there's sports on TikTok. There's like all the MLB accounts are on TikTok.
They're there. Yep.
There's the NFL. You have every sports thing. You have TV show companies on TikTok. You have news companies. It's like
Yep.
it's becoming a platform for everything, like Instagram did a little while ago. So I think
I
it's
agree.
going up in a sense of like that, but I think with the dancing stuff, I don't know if it's just not on my For You page or it's like it's kind of going out a little bit, but yeah, I think the dancing stuff is it's
Yeah.
obviously still always going to be there, but I just think it's
Yeah.
like becoming less of a dancing app and more of a entertainment app in general.
Definitely. I think at the end of the day, the content that wins is something that brings value to the viewers. And like dancing, it brings value to some people, but it's not universally like accepted as a as value. So I think that's one way we're going to be seeing a lot of changes on the For You page in the next year.
Oh, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I feel like value doesn't go viral though. Like I'm just playing. I agree with you in a sense, but also I feel like value's not what like there's so many valuable videos and they're not the ones with the most views. The most views are like videos of somebody
Just
doing something
entertaining.
stupid or like the other day there was a video of something like I don't know. It's like either funny stuff. Like I feel like value doesn't always go viral. Like you can I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I always say that value comes in different forms. Like value isn't always just like teaching somebody something. Like
True.
value is also like if you're an attractive person and if say you're an attractive person and the other person watching the video gets some sort of like dopamine from seeing attractive people, then I would say that's value. Comedy is value.
True.
Just a lot of different things. But yes, you're totally right though.
No,
Value does not always win.
I
It
was
does
thinking
not
more of
always.
like educational when you said that, but that
Right.
makes a lot of sense. Like there's entertainment value of like
There is.
you sat on your phone for 25 minutes and you're laughing. Like I think that's value. Like
I agree.
I'll walk in to my mom's like office and she's just scrolling on TikTok and it's like and cracking up. I'm like, oh, like she's getting so like I don't know, she's
Yeah,
laughing.
she's getting something out of that.
Yeah.
All right.
So you've been on TikTok for a while. What was your most like viral video, or like the video that like, kickstarted your whole like career?
Okay. Let's see. Well, I would probably say it was an Omegle video that like really made me want to like buckle down and take this to where it is now. And it was just a video. I used to go on Omegle like for 4 or 5 hours a day, and I would just talk to people. I'd be like, "Hey, I'll give you $5 if you can make me laugh." And this one dude just like laid out this entire joke for me about like Superman, and Superman's at a bar, and he jumps off of I can't remember the whole joke, but that video ended up getting me like 10 million views and I think maybe like 1.3 million likes, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah, you probably got that. And did you think like, all right, I need to go ham on the Omegle videos, or you were just like iffy?
Yeah, definitely. Whenever I saw that, I'm like, okay, whatever's working, like I need to do this as much as possible until it doesn't work anymore, you know. So I definitely was hammering those videos out for a really long time.
Do you ever have issues with the Omegle videos of people like telling you to take them down? Like, do people know you're recording them?
Yeah, so I'll explicitly ask them like, hey, is it cool if I record at the very beginning? Because I used to have that issue, whereas like I would record without asking people's permission, which I don't recommend doing. But I used to do that, and then I would post a video, and then I would get like DMs on Instagram or on TikTok asking me to remove it, saying they're gonna like sue me and shit. And I'm just like, okay, I really don't want to have to deal with this anymore, especially like if my fan base is growing, like more people are gonna see these types of videos. So I'll explicitly ask like, hey, is it cool if I record? And then you'd be surprised, most people don't want to be recorded.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I realized that.
Especially I'm like, you think like on Omegle, like I would think that a lot of people would be open for that, but no, they're really like, no, I'm good, and they just like hang out. I'm like, oh, okay.
I also think it's like, not that they're like they don't want to be recorded, but I feel like with the internet these days, everything can be like skewed in a way to like I don't like you
Totally.
like you could record it and then cut it up and like make it sound like not that I'm saying
Make
you
them
would
look
do that,
bad.
but like
Yeah.
the internet does stuff like that to make stuff go viral. So it's like I feel like people are just like like I'll play it safe and not take the risk, I guess.
You're right though. You're right.
Where do you see like moving forward for your content? Like, where are you still gonna do like Omegle videos? Like, what kind of paths are you gonna take down and do differently?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to niche down, because if you go actually look at my stuff, my content's like really all over the place. I've never really chosen like a niche because I never really had to. But now that if I do decide to do this full time, I think it'd be really important for me to choose a niche. And I just wanted to pick something that like I'm already familiar with and I had a passion for. So like I'm looking to make like just video centered around tech, sports, or what was the third thing I wrote down? Mostly tech and sports, because those are the things I'm already involved with.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, to like wrap this up, we always ask like the influencers who come on here if there's like an aspiring influencer or like somebody who wants to be like TikTok famous or just like be a content creator in the future, like if you could give them any piece of advice, what would you give them?
I would say, especially to be a content creator, I mean, just put in the hours and just continue to make videos. Yeah, I mean, most of these influencers, they're nobody special. Like we're all like human at the end of the day. Um, when it comes to TikTok, I have like a little bit of a different approach than a lot of people. I would say like going viral on TikTok is almost like winning the lottery a lot, especially like early on in your TikTok career. So if you want to win the lottery, you want to have a lot of tickets because you want to have a better chance of winning the lottery. And for TikTok, if you want to go viral, you want to post as many videos as possible, especially really early on. A lot of these like TikTok gurus, they'll tell you like post at least 3 times or 2 times a day. I would say like you can do way more than that. Like the first time I went viral, I mean like when I crossed like my 300 to 500K, I was posting like 10 to 20 videos a day, and then when I got to a million, I posted 100 videos in one day on TikTok. So I would just say post a lot because that's the whole point of social media. People want to view your content. They want to read whatever you have to say. Or
Did you say 100 videos in one day?
yeah, I posted 100 videos on TikTok in one
That
day.
is insane. But yeah, I agree with that. And TikTok gurus are a whole nother subject, but they're not like they drive me crazy. There was a point where they were always on my For You page, and I finally got rid of them. I don't see them anymore. But it's like it's these people telling you how to go viral who don't know to go viral. Like they don't have any followers. They're just trying to sell you a course or something.
100%.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. This was fun. And yeah, we appreciate you coming on. Good luck with like everything you got going on. I feel like you're crushing it.
Hey, I really appreciate being on. It was great talking to you guys.
Yeah, thank you.